right, now to the forecast. It was a warmer day today, just like it was yesterday.
But not 80 degrees, fortunately.
That's true.
Not 80, but not too far away, honestly. The record high was 79 today. We got to 70, so it was pretty warm out there. We're still in the 60s, and don't expect much of a cool down tonight. Temperatures are going to hover in the 50s and 60s. We're watching some spring-like thunderstorms developing over in Tennessee. Look at this big cluster developing in Kentucky and Tennessee. This is an area that is in a low to medium risk for severe storms tonight. Some of those storms are going to make a run at the mountains. The good news is these storms will weaken quite a bit as they head our way, but they could still produce gusty winds. Sometimes the momentum of these storms still can allow for some damaging winds as they move in. So that's our biggest impact. And again, any slower moving storms could produce localized flash flooding, likely not as widespread as what we possibly could see next week. The overnight lows, pretty warm. Temperatures for this time of year, this is above our average high, and these will be the low temperatures tonight in the mid to upper 50s. Now, thunderstorm fuel, you don't need a lot this time of year because the jet stream's so strong, you tend to have a lot of wind energy. You tend to not need much in the way of fuel or warm, humid air at the surface. But for February, it's pretty warm and humid tonight with temperatures in the 50s and 60s. There's that line of storms again, heads towards the mountains around 11. Weakens as it pushes south and east, but could be enough momentum, as I mentioned, to produce some gusty winds and some loud thunder and lightning. But again, it's not going to rain all night. It's not going to be a widespread issue. By the time we wake up tomorrow, those storms are gone, and it's much warmer tomorrow, low in mid 70s. Not quite records, but pretty close. Now, this weekend looks pretty nice. We're going to see mostly dry conditions, just a passing shower here and there. Saturday may be the one day, if this high can wedge up against the mountains, that could be the one cool day. And when I'm talking cool, maybe not in the 70s, only in the low 60s for the most part. We'll certainly be in the 70s tomorrow and again as we go into Sunday. But next week, that's where I'm starting to watch this pattern. It's a little concerning for heavy rain because we see all rain again, maybe a brief icing event for the northern mountains Tuesday, but this is some heavy rain. And this time of year, we tend to see runoff be exaggerated. What I mean by that is when there's no leaves on the trees actually slow down rainfall and runoff because they slow down the rain from hitting the surface as the rain drips through the tree canopy. No leaves, no ground cover, no grass growing, nothing using the moisture. So the rain that falls tends to run off much quicker this time of year. That's why your yard can stay muddy for weeks on end during the winter time. You're just nothing using that moisture. You got to count on evaporation. So next week's a pretty soggy pattern starting on Monday night into Tuesday, but will linger all the way until Thursday. In fact, some of the guidance now showing totals in the mountains near the Tennessee line, 3 to 5 inches of rain. Now, this is over a 7-day period, but a lot of this happens during the middle of next week. So probably a good idea to prepare now for some high water and some of those low water crossings and temporary bridges in the mountains. Temperatures this weekend, again, Saturday's a cool day, much warmer for Super Bowl Sunday in the 70s. Your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast, warm and just an isolated shower through Sunday. But next week, you can see the pattern, pretty soggy. Starting Monday night into Tuesday, temperatures in the 40s and 50s and a good chance of rain, maybe all the way until next weekend. That is a very soggy pattern shaping up for next week.
All right, Brad, thanks for that extended look.